cities, nations, even civilization itself, threatened with annihilation.
We love each other. What are you going to do about it?
Hello and welcome back to the Ask Johnny channel. Still, after looking at the figures, still the least watched show in YouTube history. But we're not worrying about that at the moment. We're talking about statues. Yeah, statues. When should they be built to glorify someone, and when should they be bloody pulled down? Brian, get some bloody donuts over here quick, bloody smart. G'day Johnny, welcome back for another exciting episode. G'day Johnny, welcome back. Just read that bloody letter, you silly old sausage. Righto Johnny, we'll get straight onto it as usual. This is from Scratch My Ass. And Scratch My Ass is from Tonga. Hello to everybody up in Tonga. I hope the weather's treating you kindly despite global warming. But Scratch My Ass says, Johnny, recently, there has been a groundswell of support for removing statues of famous people that have fallen into disrepute. Should we be doing this, Johnny? Sign, Scratch My Ass from Tonga. Johnny, should we be bloody... what about these statues? Statues? Oh, I don't know about statues, Johnny. Jesus, I mean, the building of statues goes back a hell of a long way. Well, you could go back a long way. How far were you thinking of going back, though? I mean, the native peoples were building statues of people they admired or gods way back in history. I mean, there's that bloody pharaoh we did a hard-hitting expose on a couple of days ago, Johnny, Akhenaten. When he died, they bloody tried to smash the living shit out of his statues.
Most images and sculptures of Akhenaten were completely destroyed. And to the ancient Egyptians, destroying a king's image destroyed his place in the afterlife. This conveys an obsessive hatred to the man they once revered as a god on earth.
Yeah, they hated his guts once he was gone. But I personally think, Johnny, there's an individual or a race of individuals that have been much maligned over the years, and that is the Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man? Neanderthal man? What the fuck? Yeah, the Neanderthal man, he was bloody, he was just portrayed as some old fucking big old bloody, when in fact he was just another bloody race of humans, and he was responsible for quite a few bloody things, and
Fossils discovered during the last 2 centuries in the Atlantic Ocean and in Siberia have shed some light on these mysterious archaic humans.
They had culture, they had social systems, they had intelligence.
And as it turns out, Johnny, most European people these days, they have 1% of their genes are from Neanderthal man. Well, I suppose you've got a point there. He could be seen as a bloody heroic figure. Yeah, we should build him a bloody big statue somewhere in Europe where he was, when near one of the caves, he was hunkered down in. Eating bloody reindeer and shit and walking around with fucking deer skins on. Oh, it's causing a lot of concern out there, Johnny. And of course, Johnny, that brings us straight to Genghis Khan. Jesus. Genghis Khan? Yeah, Genghis Khan. Back in the day when he was marauding his vicious way through the swathes of Europe, he was responsible for killing about 4 million people, I've heard. And just recently, a sculpture was commissioned to portray Genghis Khan and his true bloody colours. Genghis Khan? Oh, where the hell is his bloody statue at? I mean, have a look at him. Oh, Jesus, it's a bloody ripper, Johnny. It's a bloody ripper, that statue. Now, that's what I call a bloody statue, Johnny. But the people these days, they don't relate to him killing a couple of million people and being a marauding bloody barbarian. They see him as a saviour of Eurasia. I don't think anyone built a bloody statue of Genghis Khan back in the day. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, he was a man of his time, though. A prick of a man that may well be, but he was... People have obviously moved on, Johnny. They're building a bloody Genghis Khan statue, a ripper that it is. That seemed the logical thing to do. Jesus Christ! Now, if you look at Nazi Germany... Back in 1937, there was a big proportion of Germans who thought Adolf Hitler was the fucking saviour of the joint. Johnny, the people out there are demanding you make some sort of decision one way or the other. Do you want bloody statues or don't you? But history shows, Johnny, he was probably one of the biggest pricks in history. Jesus, there's still statues of him somewhere, Johnny, or what? They thought that about Genghis Khan too back then, but oh Jesus, he's a marauding bloody murderer. But in 1500 years' time, Johnny, we're going to see Adolf Hitler as some sort of bloody hero? I hope not. And let me tell you, Johnny, the Ask Johnny channel will use all the powers at our disposal to block any move for someone to make a bloody Adolf Hitler statue. Well, yeah, that's true. Oh, Jesus, yeah. And then there's all these bloody slave traders in America. They got fucking statues of bloody whatever, and they're pulling them down.
British City, this is Bristol. A statue of a 17th century slave owner was taken down.
We're not having a fucking statue of that George, whatever his name was. Throw it in the river.
Tossed into the water. CNN's Nina Dos Santos is standing by in London as we see that video there. Apparently it had been discussed by city officials what to do with this statue for quite a long time. Nothing resolved, so as we can see, protesters took care of it.
And you got the Civil War over there too, by Jesus, the north and south, and they got some bloody beautiful statues, Johnny. No shit statues made of those blokes, that's for sure. I mean, have a look at this one, it's bloody beautiful. Oh, we've seen some bad ones. By Jesus, we've seen some bad statues. Jesus Christ, Johnny, that's a fucking abomination. Then we've got our famous sailors, Johnny. Yeah, Columbus going over there and so-called discovering America, although I think it was discovered a long time before he arrived. But anyway, he was commemorated for discovering the joint, and it turns out he was a man of his time also, and he treated a lot of native people like shit. Yeah, shit. And what about James Cook, Johnny? Oh, Jimmy Cook. Well, Jimmy Cook, he went. Jimmy Cook, a great navigator he was called back then, and he sailed around the bloody Pacific, and he went to New Zealand, and he so-called discovered Australia, which the same bloody thing, it was discovered way before him. He went all around the bloody place, and there were statues made of him everywhere, and he ended up in Hawaii, and it didn't end well when he got there. Yeah, he got cut up. I think he was boiled and certain parts of him were eaten, Johnny, but I'm not bloody going out on a limb and saying that's exactly what happened to Jimmy Cook, but he was certainly bloody nailed over there, that's for sure.
Would you believe it? Would you have the nerve to talk about it?
So, Johnny, what are you trying to say? Are you sitting on the fence? You're not making any fucking decision one way or the other as usual? Do you want bloody statues or don't you? What do I think, Johnny? Well, I have to be careful, Johnny. If I say certain things on air here to a worldwide audience, I mean, a lot of people take it seriously, and I don't want any sort of misconstruction. Jesus Christ, Johnny, that's a misconstrusion. I think that perhaps building statues is just what people do, and that's going to continue, and we're going to fall into the trap of finding the person we made a statue of years ago has turned out to be a dickhead or some other bloody thing. And if that's the case, well, we'll pull it down. I mean, it's not a bloody rule. The statue police aren't going to come and fucking bundle us away. Well, they might actually. You might be in a bit of trouble, but that's not the point. The point is that humans have been making statues, Johnny, for bloody millions of years, and they'll continue to do it and continue to pull the bastards down. Jimmy Cook, well, the Hawaiians fixed old Jimmy Cook up. That's for bloody sure. Oh, they fixed him up all right, Johnny. They fixed him up all right. And let me tell you, Johnny, and everybody in our worldwide audience out there, we're going to do everything within our power to make sure a Neanderthal statue is erected.